Okay, dear taxation students, I'm Abeel Ahmed, taxation expert. In today's, I would say, a revision video, we'll be revising two quick rules. One is adjusted net income. How do we calculate adjusted net income? Of course, step one, we will take net income of the individual. From this net income of individual, we deduct gross, gift, aid, donation. Okay, whatever individual pays as gift aid donation, we treat that 80%, and to make it gross, we multiply that amount by 100 divided by 80. This is how we calculate gross gift aid donation. Then you will deduct gross personal pension contribution. Okay, again, whatever individual contributes in personal pension scheme, it is treated as 80%. And how do we gross it? By multiplying that amount by 100 divided by 80, you make personal contribution to gross. Okay, net contribution becomes gross. By multiplying 100 upon 80, you will get adjusted net income. The question is, what is the importance of this ANI? Now listen, if adjusted net income is less than equal to 100,000 pound, whoever is having adjusted net income less than equal to 100,000 pound, that individual will get the personal allowance 12,570. Means there will be no reduction in your personal allowance if your adjusted net income is less than equal to 100,000. But there is a possibility someone could have even ANI more than 1 lakh. If someone is having more than 100,000 ANI, then what happens? Then obviously personal allowance will reduce, which means that whoever is having adjusted net income more than equal to 1,25,140, then logically personal allowance becomes zero, nil. Obviously cannot be negative. So whoever is having adjusted net income equal to greater than 1,25,140, that makes your personal allowance zero. Okay. So simply personal allowance, which is 12,570 less adjusted net income, make sure it has to be more than 1 lakh, minus 100,000, then 1 upon 2 or 50% is the same thing. So simply an individual who's having adjusted net income less than equal to 1 lakh then enjoys entire personal allowance 12570. But if your ANI is more than 1 lakh, then obviously ANI reduces, and then obviously personal allowance reduces, my bad. Plus, whoever is having ANI less equal to greater than 125,140, that person does not get personal allowance. It looks that person is having a deep pockets. If someone is having affluent amount of money, large amount of money, so obviously HMRC is not giving you any personal allowance because your adjusted net income is more than or equal to 125,140. Your personal allowance becomes zero. Now, another very important point is marriage relief. Now, what is this? You might be thinking, sir, marriage relief? Oh, I'll tell you. What marriage relief actually HMRC gives you? Obviously, for getting marriage relief, marriage is their requirement of the marriage is there, of course. So, how this marriage relief actually works? Number one, in case of husband and wife, what is this? Husband and wife. In case of husband and wife, number one, both must be basic rate taxpayer. Husband and wife both must be basic rate taxpayer. After that, marriage allowance means out of husband and wife, whoever is unable to utilize his or her entire personal allowance. So that spouse, what that spouse does, that spouse actually transfers 10% of the personal allowance. If you strictly take 10% of the personal allowance, you will have 1,257. But according to HMRC, we'll take 1,260. So any one of husband and wife or any one of the spouse who is unable to utilize the entire personal allowance transfers 10% of his personal allowance to the second spouse who is in a position to utilize the entire personal allowance. Now, how this marriage allowance relief works? It's very simple. Assuming husband has transferred 1260 of his personal allowance to his wife. So first we'll be calculating income tax liability. Let's say Mr. Y's wife income tax liability we have calculated, and from the income tax liability you will deduct less marriage allowance relief, which is simply 1260. Take 20% of this, which is always 252. So marriage allowance relief is always 252, but don't forget one thing, students, you are not supposed to increase personal allowance of the recipient, let's say person. Whoever is receiving 1260 from the spouse will not increase his or her personal allowance. All you need is just calculate the income tax liability, and from the income tax liability, you will be deducting this marriage allowance relief, which is 1260 multiplied by 20%. It is always 252 plus exactly you need to transfer 1260. You cannot transfer more than that, you cannot transfer less than that. And again, student, don't forget one thing. In order to get this marriage allowance relief, husband and wife both must be basic rate taxpayer. So we have revised quickly ANI and marriage allowance relief. And student, don't forget to get benefit from Abeel School of Accountancy crash course of taxation, where just by spending 10 to 12 hours, you can revise the entire taxation. And after that, if you spend around 5 to 8 hours on practice videos, so you can revise the entire taxation through questions. Plus, if you enrolled in taxation paper at Abeel School of Accountancy, the good thing is each lecture is just approximately, I would say, 40 to 45 minutes long, not more than that. So the lectures are smart, concise, just 40 to 45 minutes long, and entire taxation gets completed within 50 hours, in which you will have each and everything. Even the practice is included within that. Plus, students, we provide the best and fastest WhatsApp support to our students. We normally resolve your queries within 3 to 5 minutes. And we do not keep any teacher assistant. Directly, teacher is the one who replies your queries. And as far as in taxation, highest marks are concerned, one of my students, she took 99 marks. If you say that, sir, I'm planning 100 marks, so I don't want to say anything, then it means if one of my students, she can take 99 marks, then you can easily get 50 marks. All you need is enroll yourself at our college, plus follow our instructions. So at the end of the day, you will be in a position to get easily 50 plus marks. So thank you very much for listening to this. Hope to see you and others in my crash courses plus regular courses. Thank you.